So the next leg of our journey takes us into the Sfarim and the Neshama inscribed in these Sfarim of the Mitteler Rebbe. Son of the Alter Rebbe assumes leadership in 1812, and his leadership would span till 1827. Now what's unique about the Mitteler Rebbe is that in the world of Sfarim, he actually played a role very different than his father and the Baal Shem Tov and Maggid as well. He was actually a publisher. He published his own works with introductions. He wrote them. He wrote all his own works. Obviously, there are also Hanochas of the Maimorim and discourses he delivered, but the primary are his own published works. And perhaps the reason for that is because he's known to be the Bina of Chassidus. The Alter Rebbe's Chochmah, a Nekuda. Relative to the Baal Shem Tov and the Maggid, it's elaborate, but relative to the Mitteler Rebbe, 5 pages of the Mitteler Rebbe cover 1 page of the Alter Rebbe at times, and sometimes even more. So publishing seems to be an expression of Bina, of expansion. And just to give a quick list of the Sfarim he published. The Siddurim Dach, he took the Maimorim of the Alter Rebbe and organized them around Siddur and published that. Biyuri HaZohar, took the Alter Rebbe's Maimorim on Zohar and published that in a book. Imre Bina, Pirush HaMilas, Derech Chaim, Shari Eira, Ateres Reish, Shari Tshuva, Shari Amuna, Shari HaYichud, Pekeach Ivrim, Bad Kedesh. And of course, Teres Chaim, which is on Bereishis and Shmois, elaborate Maimorim. He also summed Sifrodim on Nigla, as all the Rabbeim did. And interesting to note, many of his Sfarim are called Shar, gate. And in the Sfarim themselves, he divides it by gates. What does a gate remind you of? Nun Shari Bina, the 50 gates of understanding. So wherever you turn, you see the Mitteler Rebbe, the focus on Bina, playing a very specific role in this journey of Chassidus, taking the Nekudas, the more concentrated points of the Alter Rebbe, and turning them into elaborate discussions, literally sometimes spanning 50, 60 pages. There were Maimorim that Mitteler Rebbe said that were hours long. There were times, Fabrengens on Shabbos, that he would say Maimorim to the point that some of the Chassidim and his own uncle, the Maril, told him, people can't handle it all. But it's a Gigosan Chassidus, basically. The Tzemach Tzaddik said that if you would cut my father-in-law, it was the Mitteler Rebbe, blood wouldn't spurt. It would be Chassidus. That was his lifeblood. And this is not just incidental, it's part of the process. In the words of the Mitteler Rebbe, in Shari Yichud, he says, Yesh maila bihizbonanus derech prat. Contemplation you can think about in general terms, a general idea. But then there is a quality and a virtue when it comes down into detail. Dafke. Mitzad eitzem akiruv gili era leki benafshe yeser. Because when things are close to you, everything is in the details. It's not just a general picture. And he continues and says a very strong statement. Ki bizbonus derech klal yuchel hatis esatzme. When you just get a general picture of things, you may have a certain sense, but you can make a mistake. You could deceive yourself in thinking. At shenidmale, you can deceive yourself into thinking ki me'eit korav elav adavar. You think you got it already. Sometimes you hear someone speak. I got it. I don't need to hear more. Mashenkin is bonus derech prat. When it's a contemplation that goes into the details. Shekol prote hasoge, hasoges dover proti har yukve benafshei bebchinas hakiru biyeser. Then it gets infused within you in a permanent way. It's the details. The lesson that we live with in these living words of the Mitteler Rebbe, God is in the details. Specifics. You'd think a detail is taking you away from the big picture. No. The big picture is really appreciated when you can understand every detail. Anything you really love, you want to know the details. You're not interested just in general. You want to know every detail because it touches the whole picture when you know those details. That's Bina. Chochmah is a general picture, a concentrated point, and Bina develops it further. The Mitteler Rebbe, one of his big things was to create a communion among Chassidim, that they should talk to each other, they should farbring with each other. He led, the Alter Rebbe had established that he should be like a mashpia to Chassidim. So you see that emphasis, a camaraderie, understanding the power of friendship. In a Yechidus, the Mitteler Rebbe told an individual, As einer redt mit dem anderen, binyoni aveda, when one person speaks with another about service, serving God, issues around service, und sie lernen zusammen, and they study together, is das zwei nefesh alekis, two divine souls, if ein nefesh abamis, against one animal soul. The Rebbe asked, why is that the case? Two divine souls against two animal souls. The Rebbe's answer is fascinating, because ein odem chete v'leilei. Your animal soul doesn't care about someone else's animal soul. It's selfish. So you don't join. Divine souls are selfless. So when they come together, there's a synergy. The power of friendship, the power of two. A synergy where each of you complement each other. You get an opinion. You can give an objective opinion. So in addition to aseh l'charav, k'nei l'chachaver. This is how we live with these words. Chassidus is coming down in the most practical way in our social connections. Having friends, having a support system. The Mitteler Rebbe, translated in simple contemporary terms, was bringing Chassidus, was bringing a lakus down to that level of our social interactions and our friendships. The Mitteler Rebbe has a fascinating mimer in Torah Chaim at the end of Bereshis. Talks about music. Actually, you need to be a musician and appreciate the logic of music there. He talks about 3 beats and 4 beats, all in the context that song, in the words of his father, the Alter Rebbe, is soul travel. If you want your neshama to travel, you need a song. A body travels with its legs, with a vehicle, but I want a neshama to travel. Kol Baal Yashir Nechnosim B'Shir V'Yetzim B'Shir. You need a song, a Shir HaMailas, the Levim. To climb the 15 steps in the Beis HaMikdash, you need to compose a song. A song touches you and can transport you to another time and place. And indeed, the Mitteler Rebbe established a choir, a kapella, that would compose and sing nigunim. So we'll sing the kapella.
moyena, moyena,